Jai Hind student, today we are going to discuss the price elasticity of supply. First, what do you mean by the price elasticity of supply? Price elasticity of supply is the degree of responsiveness of supply of a commodity to change in its price. It means it measures responsiveness of quantity supplied of a commodity to its own price. Thus, its numerical measure of responsiveness of the price is given the change in its price. Means law of supply explains the qualitative relationship between the price and supply because it tells about the direction of change in supply caused by change in price, but elasticity of supply refer to quantitative relationship between price and quantity supplied. Thus, elasticity of supply is measurement of degree of responsiveness of quantity supplied to change in price. This can be done by with the help of simple example. Suppose the rate of 28 per kg supply of sugar 800 kg, but when the price rise to 35 per kg, its supply expanded to 150. In this case, the supply of sugar is very elastic because its supplies goes up to by 50% in response to rise in the price by 25%. Price elasticity of supply is also defined percentage change in the quantity supplied divided by percentage change in price. Next factor affecting the price elasticity of supply. First, change in the cost of production. Elasticity of supply of commodity depend on how the cost of respond to change in output. If with increase in output, the cost of production per unit also goes up, supply will rather than less elasticity. It is so because the incentive of getting high profit as result of price rise is chewed off by increase in cost of production. As against it per unit of cost of production rise slowly, negligible production increase, the producer will produce more to earn more profit, making the supply elasticity. Next, nature of the commodity. The nature of commodity, agriculture, industrial, durable or perishable, also affect the elasticity of supply. For example, elasticity of supply of industrial goods is more than the agriculture goods. Similarly, the elasticity of supply is durable goods is more than the perishable good like fresh vegetable, which is cannot be stored for next day. Next, behavior pattern of producers. Generally, producers aim to maximize their profit, and if they are rational, they raise the supply with rise in price. But in real life, producers behave differently. For instance, farmers in rich countries respond negatively to rise to price of their agriculture product because then their need for fixed money income is met by disposing the small quantity of food grain. Next, time period. Generally, elasticity of supply is more than in long period than in a shorter period of time. The reason is that in long period the all adjustment is higher, price can be made easily, and supply of quantity can be varied accordingly as the against supply in elastic and in shorter period. Next, price elasticity of supply. There are five type of price elasticity of supply. The first, perfectly inelasticity, when quantity supply does not change at all in response to change in price of the commodity. Its supply is said to be a perfectly inelasticity. Next, less than unit elasticity supply, when percentage change in quantity supply is less than percentage change in price, then supply is said to be less than unit elasticity but greater than zero. Next, unit elasticity supply. The supply of commodity is said to be a unity elasticity when the percentage change in supply equal to percentage change in price. Here, supply increases by 50%, result the 50% increase in price. In such case, straight line supply curve passes through the point O. Then, more than unit elasticity when percentage change in supply is more than the percentage change in price. The supply is said to be more than unity elasticity but less than infinity as shown below. Here supply increases by 100%, respond to 50% rise in the price. Next, perfectly elasticity supply. The supply is said to be perfectly elastic when supply expanded and contract to any extent without any change or very little change in the price. In the following hypothetical schedule, supply gone up 100 without increasing in price.